What's up, everybody out there in the chivverse? The Chiva hermanos are ready. We're in Liguilla. We'll tell you more about it in a moment. Good afternoon, Mr. and Mrs. Latino America, and all you Chiva hermanos and Chiva hermanas around the globe. All you mothers and misters, Chiva brothers and sisters. Welcome to We Go Chew Live. We're transmitting directly from the Perla Tapatía, home to the most glorious of teams, el Club Deportivo Guadalajara. Bienvenidos todos a We Go Chew Live. How is everybody out there in the Chivaverse? We're excited. So many things happening. Gabi, Alfredo, how are you guys? Gabi, ¿cómo estás?
Hi, Robert, and hi, everybody that's already joining the Chivas conversation. So happy to be back after the FIFA break. Ya era hora. It was about time. And this time with Liguilla edition. So we are more than excited because we all know already that Chivas qualified automatically to Liguilla in the sixth position. We already have our rival, Cruz Azul. It's going to be a very exciting game. I actually like Cruz Azul, and I like that we are facing them in the first quarterfinal stage. So happy to be back, and I hope we have good news going further. Alfredo, how are you?
Hi, Gabi. Hi, Robert. Hi, Hermanos. Very excited to be here with you guys. FIFA break is over. The play-in is it's big boys time. It's Liguilla time. It's Chivas against Cruz Azul, two of the biggest teams in Mexican football, two of the teams with the biggest fan bases as well. Of course, we gotta take that one, and definitely excited. You know, it's now or never. There's no tomorrow. Kickoff tomorrow at Estadio AKRON. For the first leg, we have plenty of material. We have quotes we have interviews with Roberto Alvarado, with Cotorro Gonzalez, the word to watch, absolutely everything you need to know before tomorrow's big game and before the big series of the week as well.
Sons of football. And of course, we need everybody to go to the AKRON, guys, and share that Chiva vibe. Because the AKRON, when it's full, la rompemos. La rompemos. Gabi, everybody, what's going on out there? I think we've been doing pretty well. 8 goals in 2 matches. Okay, we have been the best team to finish off the regular season, and now we're coming up against Cruz Azul. Now, before I give you guys the floor, I have a guilty confession to make, guys.
Throw it.
You want to know?
Yeah, sure.
One of my favorite teams, well, actually, my favorite team when I was a kid was Cruz Azul.
Or was it?
Why? Because of this goalie they had. They had a great bunch of goalies at that time. One of them was Ferrero, and of course, El Superman Marin.
Yes.
Yeah, that guy, man. And I used to play goalie because I suck with my feet. You know, I was the gringo. Yes, I sucked. So they made me play goalie, and I wanted to be Marin, man. I love the way he flew. And I don't know, unfortunately we lost him, you know, to a health issue. But man, that guy was all heart. One of the best Argentine players to ever grace Mexican football, in my opinion. So Gabi, what's up?
Sir.
What's going on? Tell us. What are you expecting tomorrow?
So to your point, I just want to say also, I have a very special spot in my heart for Cruz Azul. One of my uncles played in Fuerzas Básicas of Cruz Azul a long time ago. And my brother is a Cruz Azul fan, so the bets are already running in the family. And I really like them. I think they're a very good team, and there's no beef whatsoever between us. So I like them naturally. So I just know that it's going to be an amazing game. And going back to the history, what leads to this first stage of the Liguilla, of the quarterfinals, I think, as you were saying, we were the team that was like the, how do you say this? Like the underdogs. Like we were like the black horse of the tournament going back, like in the final stages of the regular season. I think, and I am allowed to say this right now. I don't care because the results are there. But I think at the end of the stage of the regular season, we were the team that everyone was afraid to face.
Oh yeah,
for sure. And we were talking about this in the last couple of shows when we were about to face Monterrey, when we played against, like, all of these games that we recently won consecutively, with not only winning but with amazing games, with amazing goals. Obviously we have campeón goleador under our belts. So I think right now Chivas is like the team to beat, if you ask me. So I think it's going to be a very good game. Of course, we closed the strongest in the regular season. We could have done better, actually, but that's in the past. The present is that we qualified directly to Liguilla in the 6th position, and we are facing quarterfinals against Cruz Azul. And I'm pretty sure that is going to be a very exciting game tomorrow in El Akron.
That's true. That's true. Alfredo, what do you think has been the reason for a strong close this season?
Yeah, I gotta say that having the idea very clear since the beginning was important. Applying Milito's idea since the very first day, even though we didn't have the results at the beginning, but sticking to it and staying firm to the footballing philosophy that the coach wants to implement and is implementing. I think that's been very important, staying resilient in defeat, no doubting, and following the playbook regardless of what happened in the pitch, and of course what happened in the scoreboard was, I think that has been key. This team is an example of believing in a footballing philosophy, even if results don't accompany you, but if you keep it up, results will actually come as we were seeing them. And I was one of the few rare guys who at the beginning of the season was saying that Chivas was actually playing well, and some people laughed at me, but now everything speaks for itself, and now we're not only playing well, but we're playing even a lot better than we were at the beginning of the season, because these last matches, the speed at which Chivas moves the ball, the intensity at which Chivas circulates the ball around the pitch, it's just fantastic. The way that the aggressiveness of the team when preparing the positional play after losing the ball for a high pressure, mid pressure recovery, it's just fantastic. If I would not be a Chivas fan, I will still enjoy watching this team because they provide spectacle for the spectator.
That's true, man. And and I got to say it's going to sound a little vulgar, but they're playing some ballsy football. I don't think they care anymore. It's the truth. All those real golpes that we had in the middle of the season, I think at the end they just said, let's just play football, man, and have a good time. And I can see it. They're not afraid of anybody. It's incredible. And I can see it, the smooth way that they're playing. And talking about smooth, let's listen to El Piojo and what is his impressions of what's going to go on tomorrow.
La situación que estés, el equipo tiene claro lo que quiere y seguimos trabajando, metiendo. La competencia, como te digo, es muy buena y todos quieren jugar, todos quieren estar en el 11 titular, entonces creo que eso hace que todos los entrenamientos compitamos al tú por tú y al final creo que eso es lo que te va a dar para estos partidos de liga. Sí, un rival bastante complicado. Como dices, sabemos que es un equipo que juega muy bien. Conocemos al técnico que ya ha estado mucho tiempo en el fútbol mexicano, conoce bien la liga y creo que ha llevado a Cruz Azul a estar siempre en los primeros lugares, ¿no? Y que, como dices, juegan bastante bien, pero nosotros tenemos claro el objetivo, tenemos claro lo que queremos, sabemos que tenemos que jugar como lo hemos venido haciendo, a muerte, obviamente no se la vamos a poner sencilla tampoco, ¿no? Y obviamente queremos pasar, queremos seguir avanzando y pelear por el título y creo que es lo que vamos a hacer. Obviamente necesitamos también del apoyo de la gente, que sabemos que el primer partido va a ser acá en casa y hay que hacer pesar el estadio, ¿no? Y haciendo las cosas bien también para seguir generando esa ilusión en el equipo y con la gente.
I like that attitude. He said it well. What's your impression on that, Gabi? What's he trying to say between the lines?
Well, what I take is that, well, first of all, he's facing his ex-team in a final stage, in a Liguilla stage. So that should be exciting for him. He knows the team. And what he was saying, like, we are not going to put it easy. It's not going to be easy for them. It's not going to be easy for anyone. But in the sense that we are playing at home first, gives us a little bit of advantage. And I think that's the key. If we manage to get the win, I was going to say 3 points at home, duh. But if we get the win in El Estadio AKRON, I think we have a very good chance to get to the semifinal stage because, yes, I mean, and we have to be honest here, Cruz Azul is facing a little bit of a turn down because their goalie, unfortunately, got injured in the very last stages of the tournament. So that's unfortunate, of course. And that, of course, is just takes away momentum from them. So, I mean, aside, I think Chivas right now closed better this season. And I think, again, and I'm going to say it again and probably like 5 more times during the show, we are the team to beat right now. So, yeah.
We are the team to beat. And Cotorro Gonzalez thinks the same. Hector, help us with that, my friend.
Bueno, primero que nada, estamos muy unidos, sabemos que el equipo quiere lograr el objetivo, vamos paso a pasito y creo que empieza desde el día jueves y lo vamos a dar todo. Bueno, yo desde el primer día dije que no me gusta hablar fuera, lo que nos gusta a nosotros es hablar en la cancha y creo que lo hemos venido demostrando estos últimos partidos. Sabemos que Chivas es un equipo grande y lo queremos poner en los primeros lugares. Sí, claro, siempre enfrentar a Cruz Azul, que es un equipo grande también. Creo que al igual que ellos nos motiva mucho jugar este tipo de encuentros y como bien lo comentas, yo creo que es una serie muy pareja y ahora sí que el equipo que sea el ganador va a ser para el bien del fútbol. Bueno, esperemos para toda la gente que sea un gran juego. Lo que nos gusta a nosotros es obviamente meter goles y creo que es una serie muy emparejada en la cual te digo, lo mejor en base al que se equivoque menos va a ser el ganador.
El que se equivoque menos. Alfredo, tell us, what is he trying to tell us? What's the message for the Chivverse?
Yeah, the message is that concentration is going to be key. You know, you got to be intense. You got to be mentally, physically, physiologically 100% into the game, 110% into the game. No distractions. You know, that applies for many things, even when it comes to, to speaking towards the referee. Sometimes you're not going to get the call that you deserved. You're not going to get the correct call, but, stay focused. If you get an unfair yellow card, stay focused. If they fouled you and they didn't call it, stay focused. If they called you a foul that it wasn't over a Cruz Azul player, stay focused. So that was pretty much the message I from Cotorro, and focus is gonna make it or break it.
Definitely true. And what we got to look at, Cotorro is part of this, I don't know, the Three Musketeers that came to Chivas this season and were able, our refuerzos, rojiblancos, man. I mean, they have really outperformed, I think, what all of us was expecting. So, no sé, Gabi, what's your take on this? Were these the players that we needed to make the change?
Yeah, and I think we finally had. We had to go through so much, and we've been doing this for almost 3 years, and we've been through every single process of seeing new players, seeing players go, seeing players come. And I think finally, and I mean, I think it's a combination of a lot of elements. And of course, the reinforcements are a big part of it. And you can listen to broadcasts and news, sports news all over the TV, and they're like, yeah, these players are from a lower profile. Maybe they're not like the most high profile players, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, if you make it work, if you have that chemistry between your players and between the coach, I think you have a winning combination. And also, what we were lacking again and again was that striking position. And I think finally with Hormiga, we have that 9. We have that magic combination and that magic formula. Again, I don't want to say like, yes, we got it, we blah, blah, blah. There's a lot at stake still. But I think the combination of the players that came, what they're doing, the coach, every single piece, it's working perfectly. And we can see that. And again, we are a team that is very dangerous right now. And everybody should be looking up to Chivas right now. And especially, I'm going to point this out right now, because with all Mexican players, and we know that we have like a hardish time because Mexican players are like very overpriced, right? Sometimes because Chivas cannot afford blah, 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 whatever. But I think we have that exact combination that works right now with the players, with the team, with the coach, with everything. Like, it's working. I'm sorry.
We're all in sync, man. The Chivverse. I got a feeling, my friends. I got a feeling something might be in the air. It might be in the air. My tocayo did this about Richie Ledesma. Let's take a look at this.
Las incorporaciones de Chivas para la Apertura 2025 fueron más que acertadas, pero si una fue determinante en momentos decisivos, fue Richard Ledesma. Su llegada del fútbol europeo causó muchísima expectativa y respondió con una lectura del juego impresionante. Por dentro, por fuera o como carrilero, el dorsal 37 rojiblanco participó activamente en el equipo de Gabriel Milito, y prueba de ello son sus 6 pases de gol en el certamen, que lo confirman como el mejor asistidor del cuadro tapatío. De hecho, Richard puso su granito de arena para que Armando González consiguiera el título de goleo de esta Apertura 2025, asistiendo el gol más importante de la Hormiga ante Rayados en la última fecha. No cabe duda de que Richie cayó de pie en Chivas, y con la fase final a la vuelta de la esquina, Ledesma será una de las claves para que el rebaño tenga una gran liguilla. Y por eso vamos a repasar sus 6 asistencias.
Nice job. And who were these assists to? Right?
They were to, one of them was to Santi Sandoval.
To Brian.
Goal. Yeah, he gave to Armando Gonzalez as well. Cotorro Gonzalez, the bicycle kick in Puebla.
That was lovely.
And we had a few more, maybe more than one to Armando. Actually, 2 to Cotorro. Both Cotorro goals were Richard Ledesma assist. So 1 to Roberto Alvarado as well. So I think that we've got them pretty much covered.
Those 2 were just beautiful. The 2 for Hormiga, 2 of the 10. So incredible. What I was trying to point out though was the young players have come out and they're going to make the difference.
Totally.
What are our predictions, my people? What's going to happen?
Yeah.
Let's put our money where our mouths are.
I'm predicting, you got to predict both, okay? I'm
Okay.
predicting a 2-0 for Chivas tomorrow, 1 goal per half, and I'm predicting a 1-0 Chivas win on Sunday. So a 3-0 on aggregate, Sunday game with Cruz Azul needing the goals, needing to score, leaving spaces behind. I think we can make use of that. So I'm predicting a tough series. It's not going to be easy. I'm not saying it'll be easy, but I think that Chivas will come out on top eventually and dominating as well.
All righty. That sounds fit. That sounds sound. Gabi?
No, I me reservo mi comentario. I'm not guessing anything right now. Like my head is all over the place, and I just hope that is a good game, that is a good series. I have faith in my team, most and foremost, and I know it's going to be tough. So I leave it to the chat. Please join us in the chat and leave your predictions there, and we can read them here.
That's a good one. All right. Usually, you know me. I'm like, it's going to be 12-0 or something like that. But this time, I'm going to go for less goals. I think that it's going to be 2-1 in both matches. And what I mean is, like, obviously, Chivas going to win. I don't know if we're going to tie tomorrow or come away with a 1-goal lead and then tie in Mexico City. But I do not think that we're going to have more than 3, perhaps 4 goals in the series, in my opinion. So I'm not sure. Gabi, can you share with the Chivverse where we're going to be able to watch this?
Of course. So, we had the FIFA break, and finally, Liga MX released the dates and the time for each one of the quarterfinals stages. So the first game is going to be tomorrow, first leg of the quarterfinals, Thursday, November 27th, in el Estadio AKRON. Please, Chiva hermanos, if you're going, please remember that we need all your support. In Mexico, you can watch through La Casa de las Chivas Prime Video, and in the United States through Telemundo Deportes, La Casa de las Chivas en los Estados Unidos, and Fox Sports. It's going to be at 8:07 p.m. Mexico time. If you are in a different time zone, you know what to do. And the second leg from Ciudad de los Deportes, Estadio Ciudad de los Deportes, the second leg of the quarterfinals is going to be on Sunday, November 30th. At 7:07. Those times are so random, but 7:07 p.m. Mexico time. If you're in a different time zone, you know what to do. In Mexico, you can watch through Canal 5, TUDN, and VIX. And in the United States, TUDN and VIX as well. So there you have it. Thursday and Sunday, first and second leg of the quarterfinals. And we hope we can make it to semifinals so we can be back here. Right?
Tomorrow's Thanksgiving.
Tomorrow's Thanksgiving.
Right.
Yeah, so there you go.
Yeah,
there you go. Right? Tomorrow's Thanksgiving. That's what
I'm sorry. It's Olímpico Universitario. It's not Ciudad de los Deportes. Yes. I'm sorry. Olímpico Universitario. I'm sorry. Thank you, production.
There we go. My friends, we have more to talk about. Alfredo, tell us what the heck is going on.
Yes. So the under 15 of Cantera Rojiblanca, the kids, the teenagers, played at Estadio AKRON today against Las Águilas del América, the first leg of the great final of their Apertura 2025. It was a 0-0 tie. Unfortunately, we couldn't make it to the back of the net. Even though we were slightly better than Las Águilas, but we couldn't find the goal. And we will be traveling to Mexico City and will be disputing the title on Saturday, November the 29th, in 3 days' time in Cuapa against Las Águilas, and we gotta win. We gotta win because there's the kickoff time on Saturday will be at 11:30 a.m. Mexican time, Central Mexican time, 11:30 a.m. for the second leg of the great final against Las Águilas del América. And as I was saying before, we gotta win because in these cases, in the final, there's no overtime, there's no extra time or penalty kicks. since the way of solving a tied series, it's the goal difference throughout the tournament. So in that case, America has a better one than our under 15 guys. However, we are confident that at least a 1-0 win we will be able to get, hopefully, on Saturday against Las Águilas to take the title and win it at their home.
Just imagine these
Right.
kids, they're at the AKRON. They're playing the final against America at 11 o'clock in the morning, man. And wow, incredible. Those are our future seeds, my brothers and sisters out there in the Chivverse. So impresionante. And time is up, my brothers and sisters. We'll be leaving you hoping and praying that we're going to win tomorrow. Everybody out there in the chat, everybody, man, thank you so much for sharing your time with us. We'll be seeing you hopefully next Wednesday. Be well.
Have a good one, guys.